Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Vine Panther Presents. Today we got Stacy and Kim together to discuss The Harder They Fall. We're gonna let Kim get through her food, because we've been doing this all day. You know what I'm saying? She's hungry, and I get that. All right, so ain't no shame. All right, so what we got? We got Idris Elba. We got Regina Hall. We got an outstanding. We got outstanding.
No, Regina King.
Regina King. Sorry, another Regina. My fault. And we got Tick from Lovecraft Country. Jonathan Majors is his name. But he's also Kang the Conqueror. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this man is making moves.
Yes.
And he acts the same way in every scene.
I can totally see that.
Dude, when he found out that Idris was his brother, he was like, whew, whew. I was like, that's how he found out when his uncle.
I just knew he was going to be like, Nate or Nat, I am your father.
I was
But I was like, I was doing the calculations in my head. I was like, no, I don't think he's old enough.
It's funny you should bring that up. Because I was questioning the age difference between Idris and the actor who played their father. And I was like, no.
But dude is pretty old. I mean, how old is Idris?
Well, Michael Beach is pretty old. I mean,
there's only 10 years difference. I was told there's only 10 years difference between those two actors.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, that's not okay, because I was confused on that. Because I was like,
yeah, that kind of threw me off. Because when I first saw him and his wife, I was like, she's way too young for him.
right?
That's the first thing I thought. But yeah,
he's 58.
Oh,
The father was 58. And Idris Elba, you talking about Idris Elba?
Yeah.
That's bad casting. But then again, it was the 1900s. I mean,
You could have had a kid at 12, whatever.
You can't actually. That is actually. Oh yeah, they are 10 years apart because Idris is 49.
I was like, let's not say we had kids at 10, but they could have found another actor. I mean, he's an all right actor. I mean, he ain't that kind of A-list where you got to have him. They could have found another actor. They try to put a little gray in his fake mustache or whatever to make him seem like older. But I was like, that's not it. Like this, it kind of irritated me.
And then they didn't make his younger self younger enough. Like if he would have shaved his beard when he was younger, and then when you saw him with the beard as the older it would have probably worked a little better. But all they did is make him gray.
They like taking off Idris Elba's whole body.
Or did with whatever they tried to do with Eminem.
Yeah, that's CGI, whatever. Just take it off and then just give him his younger face that we remember, right, from The Wire. Give him that younger face, and then
just don't show his face. Just show him from behind.
That's true too.
When did they show his face as a young? They didn't show his face.
Actually, they didn't show.
They showed it. You saw this part of his face because when he opened the door, his hat was down, and all you saw was his mouth.
Okay,
that's true.
Okay.
So
but you
like,
didn't see
if
the whole
he didn't have the beard, then okay.
My other problem with this, with the particular review, like I'm your brother, right, was that he only has his word for it. Like Nate Buck only has his brother Rufus's word that's his brother. Because when Idris is telling the story, and I thought it was him that cut him, he said, my mother picked up a bottle and cut my dad, to defend us, right? And then he left me with my dead mother. I went back thinking that said father was gonna have a scar or something to kind of say he's telling
somewhere we could.
But I'm saying, like, I would have wanted something. So even Nate said, oh, that makes sense, because right now it's just his word versus his. All right, I mean, there's nothing to even tie that story together. So I would have wanted something, and then be like, got it, and then be like, okay, and that's why he shot this man, emptied his fucking gun into him, and kept on shooting, because he's like, he could have been like, I'm doing this for my mama. Okay, my dad beat you and killed you. You still killed my mama for no reason. I'm murdering you now, sir. Where were the white people that should have been coming for that money?
You ain't got there yet. It takes like 3 weeks to get places.
They got there pretty quick.
That's what I'm saying.
Throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there.
Right? I'm sorry. And the reason besides the fact of realism, the reason I bring it up also is because, like they said, you need to go to Redwood or some other place. They knew the only 2 black towns locally. So even if they didn't know where they were, who they were, they knew 1 or 2 places those Parkers are going to end up.
Yeah.
So all of those fucking white people should have showed up at that town. And then I would have wanted the black folks to be like, hey, we're going to come together to take care of said white people real
now,
quick.
Do you know how hard it is to get black people to work together?
Crabs in a barrel. But
and
I'm like,
especially against white people.
I would have wanted this to see these 2 enemies, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, come to, right, and then they turn guns on each other to be like, now I'm about to put you down because you killed my mom or whatever. I would have wanted something like that. Idris trying to build this city, like, which makes sense, right? Like, he wants a what's up?
Yeah, but wasn't he was trying to tax them 50 grand?
Yeah.
Well,
back 200 years ago. 50 grand is a lot of money today. So how are they going to get 50 grand?
Well, that's where the bank robbery was supposed to come from. But the fact that Nate fucked that up, he was like, we gotta get this money together. I couldn't believe that the racist white man government was going to sell this land to them in the first place. Like, that seemed ridiculous. I mean, really at the time. But that never went anywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like, that deal was supposed to go down that afternoon, which is why Idris needed that money. Like, there was no late payments on that, right? That never went anywhere. Said white people didn't show up to get the money. Idris doesn't go out there to stop them from blowing up the money, to be like, I need this money, guys. Like, what the? He's just standing up there looking menacing, like he's like playing with his beard, waiting for his brother to come kill him. I'm like, you have
the jigs up.
It didn't make any sense. I'm like, you're not just a robber, you're trying to build something, so you really need that money. So I'm like, just give Stagecoach Mary to your brother, take your money, and be done with this stupid shit. Like, what? Why are we even going through this?
He knew that dude wasn't gonna go away. Like, he was out for revenge. Just like he, as a kid, was out for revenge with his dad. And that was gonna come get him. That's just how it was.
I see your point, but I still, if he would make a sincere effort to be like, look, give me the money, take your girl, and then Nate is like, fuck that, I'm killing you and everybody. Then I'm like, okay, at least he made, like, he's rational, right? Like, he understood. Also, why all of a sudden, now that his people are dead, why all of a sudden Nate is like, I'm doing suicide by brother. Like, fuck it, I don't want to live anymore because they blew up the money. Like, go get some more money and buy a new town. That made no sense. That all of a sudden he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be murdered right now.
He knew how it was gonna end. It's only so long you can run, right? So either he was gonna kill him, which he could have. Like, soon as dudes walked in, he could have killed him.
Kim, what you think? I'm sorry. What you think? What you think?
I mean, there was certain things that didn't make any sense. Like with the whole thing when he allowed them to pretty much blow up the money. It was like, when the money first got there, why didn't they grab the money and, like, nobody went to the actual wagon and to get the money? They just let the money sit there. And I was like,
went over there.
No,
the one that got his arm blown off. He went over there.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. But he wasn't getting the money out. He was just standing there. It was like, why wasn't, when he went over there, he went to look at the money. He was standing next to the wagon, but he wasn't pulling money out and like handing it.
Didn't what's his name say, like, don't touch it or something?
I don't remember anybody saying don't touch it. He just told him, you go over there now and get the money. And he went over there and he didn't do anything with the money. And then the white people never came at the deadline. Huh?
thought he told him not to touch it.
Who, Idris?
I can't think of his name. Not Idris. The one.
The sheriff? You talking about the sheriff?
The one under Idris.
The one under Idris.
Wait, Cherokee. Bill?
No. She's talking about the sniper. Bill. She's talking about the guy who played the sniper.
The shooter.
He was on top of the thing.
Well, no, not him. It was
the one that got murdered.
Was it the sheriff? It was. Remember, he was arguing with the guy, and the guy was like, "Well, I'll give my right arm for whatever."
Oh,
whatever.
the sheriff. I know you're talking about. You're talking about what's his name?
Yeah, the sheriff told him like you can't touch it or something.
Yeah. Okay. So do you mean the Bass? That he was actually a sheriff, Sheriff Bass, right?
The older man. You talking about
the older guy?
The old dude at the top.
The old guy. That's Sheriff Bass. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that was telling them don't touch it or something.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't take it out.
Well, also, I mean, to their point, Bass Reeves as
Andres. That's his name. Yeah.
Thanks, Andre. We're going back and forth like we didn't look at the cast. It's too many fucking black people. It's too many people. Jim, shit, I couldn't keep track of all these people. Shit. Anyway, the point is though, I'm like you said, it should have happened. They should have made an effort. Like it's like he was just like, well, let's watch this go to shit. Like I just wanted my brother to rob a bank and become more of a criminal, but like that doesn't help the bigger cause that you're trying to achieve.
Well, I think he wanted his brother to rob the bank to get the money to recoup the money. Yeah. And yeah, but that was really all it was, because that's really what it was. He wanted him to be a criminal just like he is.
But I'm saying, he
was already a criminal.
He was already a criminal.
That's true, but
I was like, what the fuck? Again, he just sat there and didn't say nothing. He had the most screen time and the less lines than anyone in this movie. Like he just did a lot of time just standing there looking menacing.
I enjoyed looking at him.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he just took off the hat, he nodded, and like I thought he was a mute there for a while. I thought something happened to him and he couldn't talk. I mean, I was like, but he was just like, hey,
he's a strong silent type.
He definitely
and he had on the red coat that he had on. Everything was black, but that red coat he had on, jacket. And I was like, that's a sign. We always know when you see red in a movie on a person, they're gonna die.
Well, it's funny you say that because Nate's whole crew got wiped out pretty relatively easily. Which was obvious when they showed up to the stagecoach and was like, we're here for the last ride, Nate, you're not going to leave us behind. I'm like, each one of you are dead as fuck. Like none of you are walking away from this movie. I kind of wanted Mary to die just to break the obvious thing of like he and the protagonist and his love interest was the only one left alive after the big showdown. I'm like, that's
a bit second movie.
The only one left. Cathay made it.
Yeah, but she wasn't one of the main crew. I was like, hey, don't forget now, she's a bartender on P Valley now. I was like, she moving on up.
And now she's a sheriff or deputy or whatever she
deputy.
is.
Yeah, deputy. I was like, this doesn't, and he told Mary not to go down to town. He said, stay your ass here. There's other ways to do it. She's like, no man is going to tell me what to do. That's why I'm not putting this ring on my finger. I'm like, then let her get her ass whooped. Like she listened. Like she don't listen, right? I mean, you told her not to do it, shit.
She don't want to be controlled by what a man tells her to do or not.
Then she said, after we done with this, I'm riding off. I ain't gonna be with you. But yet at the end of the movie, she's like, let's get on these horses because we got more business. What business do you got? Like I'm confused on that.
They never did get into.
Well, she has businesses. She has 2 businesses. Remember?
No, they got business.
Oh, well, they were gonna get it when he got to the stagecoach stage.
They were interrupted.
That's also true. That's also true. He should have got some ass before she went to the city and be like, hey girl, you may not come back. So let's just seal this deal just in case.
Like y'all trying to do the sex.
Do the sex. I felt I want to talk about the dude that got shot in the face when he said, I wasn't the only one falling in love. Right? Was I? When he found out girl was a girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shit.
She's clearly a woman, even though she did look like a boy.
That's the one that impersonated a man and joined the military, right?
Yeah.
That's who she's based on or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that I didn't hear it the first time. When I watched it again today, I was like, that shit was hilarious. He's like, I wasn't the only one, was I? And his friend was like, nah, you were, bro. So that brings us a philosophical question, right? Like, you fall in love with the person that you think's a dude, but it turns out not to be a dude, but you thought it was a dude. Come on, man, what we saying? I mean, it's okay, but it's okay. But what we saying?
Where are we going here?
I feel like we're saying something.
He smelled the woman on her.
That's what it was. He said something about and he said like a close shave. Like I was confused. At least he's saying she didn't have a penis. Are you saying like her vagina was clean? I'm trying to figure out what he was like. Close shave. I was like, why would he keep on saying that? Why would she take off her pants in front of all those people in the first damn place? Like, there's so many things wrong with this scene. Like, take yourself somewhere else when you obviously about to reveal no penis. Like, why would you change in front of all these people right there?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. Like, well, she just was like, oh, let me just take my clothes. I was like, what? Most women be like they had those little dividers and you go behind the divider and change your clothes. She didn't do any of that. She was just like, all right. And she put on that stupid dress.
I was like, I was like, it didn't make in a bank with no gunmen in it. Like,
oh, but the funny part was the entire town was painted white. That was funny.
That was cool.
That was the whitest town I've ever seen.
Yes,
like,
that was the point.
I was like, this is White Town. Like,
that's what it was called.
Like,
it was the White Town. Remember? That's what it was called.
That shit was hilarious. I was like, that shit was on it. That shit was on it. I didn't like that. Again, just unrealistic stick. So like, so Regina King's character, Trudy Smith, sitting out there on a horse in front of a moving fucking train, and somehow the train stops in plenty of time not to just murder her. I was like, right? I was like, what? I was like, you're dead as fuck right now. Like you, that's not happening. Like that was ridiculous. I was like, this movie is not realistic. All right, so let's just keep this moving. I'm like, what is happening?
But I don't think he made it to make it realistic. It was so many funny parts to it. It was just a movie. Like, it wasn't. I don't think he meant us to take this seriously. Like,
but there's some basic shit. You just got to be like, let's not do that far. Let's not go that far. Like, I mean, like that was too far. Like, what's up?
It was too far.
Like her standing on the train tracks on the horse.
Isn't that how they used to do it back in the day, though?
No,
yeah, they did. They used to stand
They used to
Western,
stand on there and they would hold the good. Yeah.
Dirty Harry, not Dirty Harry. What was it? The good, the bad, and the ugly. He stood there with a gun and made the train stop. They've done this in westerns many times.
I was like, they were wrong too. That don't make it right. Like that don't make it right.
No,
like,
well, Butch and what is it?
Butch and the Sundance Kid.
No, not him. Yeah, Butch and Sundance, they did it, and also Billy the Kid used to rob the trains that had money in them. That's how he stopped the train. He would have horses on the track.
All right, I don't remember that Young Guns, but I'll take your word for it. I take your word for it. I was just like, bit much. Also, then I'm like, why are you worried about moving the train? You're like, can somebody drive this train? For what?
Somewhere, I guess.
I'm like, you realize that they drive the train and they get to authorities, they're going to report that y'all black asses like
they had the decree from the person,
from the judge, to get off the train.
Yeah.
Not for the crime they committed trying to get him off the train. Like all the shit they did before, like that, let's say that part for everything they did before. They cut that dude's legs. Remember the guy, Cherokee, whatever, like cut that dude's legs. I'm like, that's a crime. I'm saying like, and they know who you are and you held this train up. So I'm like, that seemed like a bit much.
But I don't think the judge would have cared. Like, the judge said that these guys are bad. He wanted them to die. He wanted them to be killed. And that's why he hired them to do it.
The soldiers, I'm talking about the white dude in front who tried to
he shouldn't. He was in the way. So
I'm like casualty of
the situation.
Yeah.
And then they killed the conductor with nincompoop. That shit was hilarious. I was like, leave the train where it is so they don't report you. Just to the point of, I'm robbing a bank with no mask. How would have Aegis ever known if Nate didn't wear a mask or not? Like, wear a mask so they can't draw a poster of you, which I don't know how they did it back in the day. Like, it's not like they had iPhones, but somehow they could draw your face to the point that they can find you. We can't even get that today.
They'll draw a round face with eyes and a little
Oh, also true. So thank you.
Like they did that little leprechaun photo.
They do portraits on computers now. That's how advanced it is.
But even
about now.
But
no,
yeah, I'm talking about back
he
then.
said they don't do it.
That's what I'm saying. But even but thank you for the cross, right? The blade that he used, the shaving razor that he used, right? I thought it was gonna have, again, back to the whole cutting thing, right? Like I wanted more significance to the fact that he kept it in the thing all these years, and then he gave it to his brother before he murdered him. Like I wanted to be like, this is what mom used, to save me. It was a keepsake or something. Like that's why he used that blade to cut this kid's head, to be like, and then that's why he gave it to his brother. I wanted more significant. It meant nothing. Like what was the point of the blade besides the fact he used it and then he put it away and never used it again? I'm like, I think they could have put that into the story, and I would have been like, oh, okay, nice. Again, we're trying to tie this thing together. In the end, I wanted something, because for some reason he was like, I cut you with this years ago. Fuck it. The guy with the tattoo on his hand, I kind of wanted him to be part of the crew still. Like he should have been the second big bad that they took down before they got to Idris. The Mexican dude.
They kill him.
Oh, okay.
Nate
killed
him.
I wanted him to be like to the end. I know they killed. I'm saying I wanted him. His death was not significant to me. Like I wanted to be like at the end, she's trying to take. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah, that's usually what they do, right? Like I get to the bad boy, I get to the big bad before the big bad, and then I thought it was gonna be something like that. That's all I'm saying. And Nate and his sheriff crew took out the entire town with little to no effort. Which I was like, why didn't y'all just do that with your whole crew when you got there in the first place? Like they
need to be longer.
I'm just like, you. I mean, it didn't make any sense, because like, when your whole crew gets wiped. What do you think about old boy gets shot in the face? Did he deserve it or not? I think he did. But
he was counting his love.
And we knew he was gonna die anyway. We knew it was a setup from the very beginning when he kept saying he was the fastest draw.
Yeah,
we knew eventually this guy's gonna die because he's not the fastest draw. He's an idiot.
Yeah,
he plays with guns. Like. Who plays with guns? Like you're gonna kill yourself or shoot somebody by accident. Yeah. So yeah, he deserved to get shot. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I was like, this is like, it's anticlimactic after all that. It's like you just get shot in the face. He's like, y'all talk too much shit. Anywho, let's just keep it moving. But yeah, I was like, Nate was like, pow, 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 pow. I was like, wow, if you this good, you didn't have to rob the bank. You should just went in there, killed everybody. Like, come on, Idris, let's talk about this since we're brothers. And I was like, yeah, it just.
But he robbed the bank. Wasn't his girlfriend being held? Because if he wouldn't have robbed the bank, the girl would have died.
But if he
but they're trying to kill her anyway, Trudy or whatever.
Yeah.
After she told that long, drawn out story while peeling an apple.
She did a perfect apple though, didn't she? I gotta tell you, Regina had the patience. She was like getting that. I've seen people do that. My mother used to do that thing. Be able to shave it off like that, the skin. That's not easy to do, but Regina did it. That was a great take. Like, I wonder if she did it in one take, because it would have been hard for me.
I think could be a stunt double.
I liked Regina.
I do. I'm just saying, you should want a stunt double. You should want the stunt. Like, did you see her and the apple, or did they go back and forth? That's what I'm saying. There's no way in the world that she did that shit. They got a professional apple peeler and was like, let's just keep this moving. Like,
is there a professional apple peeler?
Sure there is.
Whatever. I'm sure there is. But they were like, we ain't got time for this shit. She's like, she ain't spending 6 months to learn how to peel an apple for this Netflix movie. I was like, no, that's probably not a thing. But it did look cool. But I was like, where the fuck we? And then after all that, why did Stagecoach Mary just kill that bitch? Like, how is she still alive?
I don't know, because I thought the bitch was dead.
That's what
I was like. She
just knocked her out. No, all she did was knock her out.
Yeah. And scream for what?
Why did she shoot her? I thought she shot her.
No, she hit.
She did not.
Her head. Yeah, she hit her
head.
Why did she?
I would have killed her.
Exactly.
Well, then it wouldn't be a second movie.
With who? Her and Cathay and the sheriff.
Don't worry about it, son. These white people are gonna take my black ass word that you're dead and the
I
money.
Say you're dead. You're dead. We just gonna put a little grave marker right here, and that's it. Sprinkle some teeth on the.
Actually, and they used to do that. They did used to do that. They used to pretend to have a grave, and then they would still go on. And the Cowboys did used to do stuff like that.
This is not a family business. Like somebody would have looked into that gravesite and been like,
I mean, it didn't always work. It didn't always work, but they did do stuff like that.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just like, that's a bit much. And then like, where the fuck's the money? Again, if they had a white person to help out, especially then it would have been different. Like if they're a white sheriff, when white people show up, and they will, looking for their money, they're not going to take the word of a black man that another black man is dead into the ground. That's not happening. They're going to be like, I want to see this motherfucker. He's stolen money.
They probably got one of the random people that got shot and just put him in the grave.
Put in a hole. They can't tell the difference because they don't know how. I'm not saying we're looking for fingerprints on bullet casings. I'm just saying like I would have been like, hey, this is a little easy. It's a little easy. But anyway. Regina King's accent was a bit much. I wasn't feeling it.
She's from Louisiana.
Nah, that's not.
That's what she said. She's from Louisiana.
Oh, that's what she was going for?
Yeah, because I watched. Do you guys ever watch like before post or podcast or anything? Because when they did interviews, they did interviews. Well, Netflix. If you go on YouTube and you look up Netflix, they always have like little interviews with cast members, and they talk to the cast about the show coming on. And anyway, they interviewed Regina, and she was talking about why she used that accent.
She tried.
That wasn't giving me Louisiana at all.
That's what she was trying to do. It was Louisiana. I still liked her though. I didn't care about her accent. She did really well.
No, she did. She's a great actress. I'm just saying. I mean, she did Huey and Riley. You know what I'm saying, so I know she can do voice work. I was just like, Max has got to pay. For some reason, I felt like she was just gonna start screaming that for no reason. What? From Louisiana.
Extra and something else I was trying to watch. I don't know.
I was like, I see better. Anyway, it's fine. It was a great cast. I believed all of them. They're committed to their roles. I was like, Stagecoach Mary singing was awesome. Like, I thought that was cool. It was too much music. Like, as far as the background soundtrack. The little dancer they had. I didn't know what the shit that was about.
Where did that come from though? That was kind of out of there. I was like, wait a minute. He just took over the town again, right? And then now she's dancing around like the Star Trek lady. Y'all remember the blue lady from Star Trek?
Yeah. I was like, what the?
And where did you get blue paint? Like during this time, there was lead in paint. Like there was, because that's how you made paint. You use lead. So I was like, this woman is covered.
Or arsenic.
Yeah, or arsenic. Right, exactly. She's gonna die after she's dancing around naked.
It's Jay-Z. It's Jay-Z. He
was
like, you know weird. What?
That was weird. I thought that part was kind of weird. Yeah.
He said, I got a music video opportunity. I was gonna put it together. I'm like, there's too much music.
He even slapped his wife on stage to be singing.
Right, I thought so too. I'm sure she was like, "Nah, baby, I'm gonna save my acting for another."
Well, on the store, on the banner, on one of the stores or one of the things, it says Carter and Carter.
Oh, that really?
Jay-Z and Beyonce, yeah.
Oh,
that was for Chadwick Boseman. I think he was on the train, right, Stacey? Like they had a long train, and it said Chadwick Boseman.
C.A. Boseman, yeah.
Yeah. He tried to put things in there for people to look at, for fallen actors and stuff, or famous like Carter's, stuff like that. He did one more thing too, but I can't remember what it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, this movie was not a serious movie. I think it was just, I'm gonna recognize these Black cowboys and I'm just gonna kind of have fun with it, and then that it was just a fun movie. Like it wasn't I don't think
was it better than Posse?
And Posse was kind of iconic.
Like because nobody had ever done something like Posse. Yeah. Posse was very well. Wasn't that Mario Van Peebles?
Oh yeah, Mario Van Peebles.
That was very well done. I mean, it had Big Daddy Kane. This was classic. Seriously, we now saw Big Daddy Kane act.
No, I'm saying
he did really well.
Would you say it's the new pot? Would you say it's up there in that kind of like in the Posse realm?
Yeah. No, I think Posse was more serious.
Yeah, this is more like.
This is like a dramedy.
Like comedy, yeah.
Dramedy, yeah. It really was. Yeah.
Besides the fact that like you murdered my daddy, murdered my mama, and beat me, and now you got to murder me. I was like, that's ha ha ha. No. But I mean, I was like, but they brought it. I was just like, what? Like it got really real. It got really real at times. But it's but I get
no, yeah, because at the end, it was very emotional when Idris was gonna die, but he knew he was gonna die because he was like, kill me. He was telling Nate to kill him. And I think that he realized what he did to the mother more so than the father was wrong. And he shouldn't have done that to his brother. So I think at the end, he kind of was like, I know what I did was wrong.
He did that to his dad.
Yeah,
I mean, he didn't have to.
He didn't have to kill the mother.
The kid.
Or the kid.
He did because he felt like, okay, you killed your wife, which was my mother. So now I'm going to kill your wife.
Right. Yep.
So yeah, he kind of had to, but he didn't have to do it in front of the kid. He could have took the kid, or maybe like abducted the kid and raised him.
See, yeah. I thought he was gonna do something like that to be like, now you're one of us. We're gonna make like, and then it's like, and then it turns to Marvel Thanos shit at that point. But it'd be like, hey, I'm gonna take this kid to be part of us, and then he's like, everything about me.
Like the little boy from Fargo,
huh?
Like the little boy from Sparkr.
Also true, which would have made a lot. Dude, that made me so mad. I was like, you spent 2 weeks with this dude, and all of a sudden you renaming your whole life after this dude. I was like, this is a bit much.
Did y'all like the last season of Fargo? I thought it was horrible with Chris Rock.
Chris Rock was horrible.
Started off promising, but it went downhill quickly.
Chris Rock was terrible. I was like, you know what? Stick to
Pookie when he died. I was like, he went full Pookie on that last scene.
I was like, what's wrong with this dude? I was like, what's happening?
All the oranges were all over the place. I was like,
what is happening with any of this shit, dude? I was like, stop it. Oh,
and our comment section was terrible when we did those reviews.
Dude,
they were like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. We were like, this is shit. Okay.
I could not believe I could not believe how popular those videos were, bro. Because like that one we did about that Wizard of Oz one, I shitted all over that episode. And that got like the most reviews. People like, fuck you, nigga, you don't know what you're talking about. I was like, this episode bit nothing. I was like, it bit, and I still say it anyway. Thank you for reminding me of Deon Cole. Deon Cole should get the best actor award out of this movie because he brought it. Like I did not see him. I saw his character.
Yeah, me too. Like, and them teeth.
Dude.
Okay, now answer me this question. Your friend knocks all your fronts out, right? Teeth all over the place. The next scene where you're riding on the horse in nowhere, how come you still have your teeth? How did his teeth grow back?
He had
he had one or two gone here.
They had one or two missing.
Yeah, but he actually hit him straight on in the mouth. Yeah, he did. Those teeth flew out. I was like, okay, somebody.
He spare that he can put in like.
Like you said, it's a dramedy. They didn't need that to be like that. I was like, when he was sitting up there giving that speech about how he's gonna say, "Motherfucker, don't you ever come here and try to take my stuff." I was like, "There's no way in the world."
I thought it was real for a second, and then
I was like, he is absolutely not talking to him.
That was the best. I was like, this dude is on it. I was like, he committed, and I was like I said for a second, but once those words got too much, I was like, "Then, way in the world you talking to Idris?"
That was funny though. It was funny.
It was awesome. And then he randomly comes up with an army level amount of dynamite. All of a sudden, I'm like, how the what?
He did steal everybody's money, so. Maybe that's true. Maybe I
was like, it was, but yeah, I mean, he was to me, he was the standout character. I mean, in this movie.
The snitch on him because Idris was like, I know you were the one that called the cops on me or something.
Yeah, he could that. Yeah, the older guy, the Reef Bass, he called him and had him arrest Rufus.
For what?
He's an outlaw.
Yeah, Rufus is an outlaw. He's killed people. He's bank robbery. He's done everything. Yeah. And to get rid of him so that he could take over the town, he got Rufus put in jail.
And then I thought Regina Keith's character, like relationship to Idris was interesting, right? Because I felt like there was something there, like it was a lot of admiration, but then I felt like she truly did care for him, especially if this is gonna be a part 2. I think like you killed my man type of thing, like I'm a come for you. I felt that the vibe was there. She was very protective of him, you know what I'm saying? And I thought that was cool, but they didn't take it like all the way, like they weren't like, hey, we're lovers, whatever. So I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of reminded me of the Eternals. Right there, like, is there love this or not? Like, what kind of relationship is going on here? Like tell me. But
they could at least give us a sex scene, but whatever.
What?
They could have gave us a sex scene.
Is that what you? Oh no, that would have been a lot. That would have been a lot. I was like, I don't know. He'd be like, hey, y'all getting to the sex? Yes, we are. Cherokee, calm down, bro. It's been a while. I know
like,
before.
I ain't looking.
But I'm saying it's like, I mean,
but I'm looking.
I've been locked up for a while, so I got to get it where I can. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, because she like touched the door and everything. I'm like, tell me this man saved you from something. Like she was like, I got to touch the door. I can feel my man behind the door. I'm like, what is going on with this? I like, talk to me. Anyway, so I'm interested in seeing a part 2. And see where it goes. Again, I guess it's gonna be Regina getting revenge. Trudy coming for the crew. I guess. Who else? No, they're all dead. Yeah, sorry. And nobody else. Amazing gonna get a new crew.
Who? What? When old boy pulled out his lucky coin, I was like, oh, he's gonna die. What's his name? The sniper dude.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Anyway, I know that was, I didn't know. I even forgot about the coin. I'm assuming they showed the coin before this moment.
They mentioned it, I think, earlier on.
The Wayans son. That's what I wanted to talk about because he kind of like he was him. Like
Bobby Brown was in the little Crimson Hood gang. I was like, Bobby Brown is a cowboy.
Oh, I didn't see Bobby Brown. He was in
the guy that played Bobby Brown.
Not Bobby. Oh, the guy who played Bobby. At first, I thought she was like, too.
I saw him.
I was like, he should have.
I was like, I would have known Bobby Brown. I mean, he's a big boy now. You can't miss Bobby Brown.
You can't hide that. Yeah, he would have been on Idris' crew. Yeah. I mean, he old dude. Like he would have been OG in that crew. They had a random white dude. I thought that was funny. Like Idris had it in the crew. And like, so my friend actually thought. He was one of the white guys in the town. Like, so when Idris' crew showed up and they absorbed Dion Cole's people, I mean, he had like 1 or 2 like white people in the crew, and they kind of just like it felt like came into just light skin. I was like, they're white though. I see your point. Anyway, they're so like my friend thought that was one of the guys from the bank. Like that was the guys from the. She thought that was the guy from the bank trying to get the money. I was like, they would not see just one dude, and it wasn't that dude. Like. Those people just blew the horn and was hoping that the authorities would come. I was like, that don't make sense.
And didn't y'all notice that banker was very calm for him getting robbed? He was like, and
he's like, let me carry your bag, sir.
Yeah, it was like Nate was like, if you just do what I tell you to do, basically, nobody will get hurt. So the dude was like, cool, and just like, really.
That's what happens when we rob a white bank. They're like, you know what? We appreciate your business, and we hope you not come back again. Thank you, sir, because we are.
If you would like to redeposit this money into a money market account, we can help you do that. But
if you ever want to put this money back and reinvest it, we can help you with that, sir. Like, no, we have a town we're trying to build. Oh, thank you, and we'll be coming for that money.
What's the name of that town?
Right, Redwood. It ain't that hard. There's only 2 of them. So like that. I don't know. I thought that'd be part 2. Like the authorities are coming for us. But I mean, he's dead. So maybe he'll get a new name. As Rufus.
He put some makeup over that.
That's pretty distinctive. Like that's pretty distinctive. And let's go with that. Oh, because his dad was a preacher, right? So he put a cross on his head. That's what it was. That's what it was. All right. So I'm like, why would you do that? Like, I mean, of all symbols, but it's because dad was a
preacher. Always have some like shady past or something.
Well, yeah, in the Westerns, they always do. Like they're hiding because remember, churches give you a sanctuary. So a lot of criminals will turn into priests so that no one could touch them. And that's why I believe that the father did it. And I think that guy, the Mexican dude, he did it for the same reason.
So Nate showed up and shot him in the head. Like, I'm sorry, buddy, I got to roll out. because you gotta kill my mama.
But when he flew up in the air and then went down, I was like, really? Guns can do that to you? Like,
let's not.
I've seen like some real life footage of somebody getting shot, and she did like a somersault. I did. If I find it, I will send it to you.
Or was it a regular gun?
I don't remember the type of gun, but she did. She did. Woo! I was like, whoa.
She's always finding shit. But also,
I'm pretty sure she's a crackhead, so that may have something. Just saying.
She could fly because she don't crack.
But also, I can fly. Crack gives you wings.
Oh, that's Red Bull. That's right. The Red Bull give me wings. Oh, also to that, thank you for reminding me of that. I felt like the level of violence in the movie reminded me like a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like that kind of like highlight. And I was like super high, but like funny, like almost comedic level violence. I was like clearly not realistic, but I was like, it was awesome. I felt that's how I felt like this guy was channeling that spirits.
Like the two women fighting. That was Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. That's very cool. So that being said, Kim, would you be interested in a part 2?
Oh yeah, I'll watch it definitely. I love all these actors. These are all good actors. They're not. I enjoyed all of them. Like nobody.
Most of them are dead now. So like, would you watch a part 2 with the ones who are still alive?
Yeah, but they would have to add some new, some other people around them. Yeah.
They can recruit some new members who are going to die.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some skin tone appropriate cast.
Oh, let's not do that. We said yes, also true. And it's ethnicity appropriate. Like a lot of these people were supposed to be like Cherokee Indian, and most of them were not.
All of them.
You don't know that 23andMe?
Okay, all of it. Have you looked at the
might have people? He might have some Indian in his family. You don't know that.
Not to the level of historically accurate. Like
exactly.
That was it was
when you look at those people are clearly Cherokee Indians. Yeah. When you look at the
Black Indians as well.
But not those people.
No. They will have black, but they were also Cherokee Indians.
No, but they were actually like black Indians.
Yeah, they are.
But not these ones. Like there are all kinds of people, but not these ones. Anyway, we said we're not gonna do it, so we ain't gonna do it. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. We appreciate that. Stacey is holding down for the Black Cherokees or whatever. You know what I'm saying, and appreciate that. Kim, thanks for bringing to town. We'll look forward to seeing you next weekend. We appreciate you. Yeah, you'll see Stacey and I a couple times this week. We got the Oval foolishness. We're gonna get through that. And then that's it, right? And then we got the weekend because we'll be doing Lace, yay, and the other foolishness that we do. We got Queens, Our Kind of People. Oh shit! Next Sunday. Wait
a minute.
What's wrong with you?
I'm counting how much stuff we got to do.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, 2 powers.
Gotcha.
I mean, well, not 2 powers, but BMF and power. Same shit, really. And then what else?
Dexter. That's 3.
Dexter.
Yes.
20. Queen. Our Kind of People.
Also 3.
Lace.
Yes. So, okay. Look, what else are you counting? So how about Friday? How about Friday? You and I do Lace and just get it out the way. That'll
enjoy.
Kim don't want to do this. I don't even want to do it, but whatever.
We'll do Lace on Friday. And then that'll be 3 for 3. That's how we'll manage it. I'm sorry. It's a lot.
You can just watch our review and laugh.
There you go. And make sure you like, and that's go for all of you. Please like, comment, and subscribe to all our crazy videos. Are we better than the original material? In some cases, we are. As people say, and we appreciate that. Kim, for example, she says she don't watch Tyler Perry. She watches us talking about Tyler Perry. Because we go through that hardship, so you don't have to. It's how we do that. But thank you.
It's torturous labor.
It is, bro. It is. So something been coming for us, man. Oh, there's some commenter, man. He pissed off that we went after Queens. I was like, have you seen it? I mean, he was like, oh, I don't know why you being like this. I was like, you haters. I was like, no, that show is shit.
Yes, hater is a correct term.
I was like, we hate this show.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I was like, it hurt. It's painful. That's painful. Damn it. I was like, I can't. Valeria. Anyway, we're not gonna do all this. Thank you, ladies, very much. You guys have a great week. I will see you when I see you. Thank y'all. Thank you, Andre, for joining us in the chat. We greatly appreciate you. I'm just gonna hang up on y'all and say I appreciate you and later. There you go.